Welcome to the video. Before starting the video, I want to say a few things. First of all, from my last video, I gave a little bit break and I just want to say sorry for that. But from now on, I'll try to upload at least one video every week and I hope everything is fine. Anyway, in this video, guys, we will have a challenging question about functions and logarithms. And in the question, we have f of x plus 2, which is given as logarithm in the base 2, x plus 3 plus 3. And in this case, what is f of negative 1 of 5? In other words, what is the inverse of f function at the point 5? If you want, before I start solving question, you can pause the video now and try it yourself. Otherwise, let's get started. This question, guys, can be solved into two ways. And in the first way, we will solve it like a regular question. And in the second way, I will solve it a little bit shorter and logical way. And before starting, actually, we have a formula, if you remember, and that was f of x, which is given as y. And if you switch those values, then we would say that f of negative 1 of y is going to be equal to x, guys. So what I do here is I just switch inside the parentheses, which is given as x, and the result, which is given as y. So if you switch those values, then we can say that f of negative 1 of y is equal to x. So suppose that this is equal to, guys, a, okay? And if you switch those values, 5 and a, then we're going to have f of a is 5, guys. So we're gonna equal this whole term, which is the right side, to the 5, guys. Okay, and then we will try to find the value of x in this case. So from here, guys, if you send this 3 to the right side, okay, then it's gonna be negative 3. So the question is gonna be logarithm in the base 2 x plus 3, which is going to be equal to 5 minus 3, which is going to be 2, guys. If you remember, if you send plus 3 to the other side of an equal sign, then we were changing its sign. So because here it is plus 3, now it's going to be negative 3. If you don't know what I did here, I recommend you to take a look at one of my previous videos about shortcuts and calculations. Anyway, so here, guys, what we do here is just send this 2 to the right. So we're going to have x plus 3 is equal to 2 to the power of 2. And this is what we were doing when we were learning logarithm, guys. And there were some rules and fundamentals. And you can refresh your knowledge, by the way, if you don't know these or if you forgot those from my previous videos. Anyway, so we're going to have x plus 3 is going to be 2 to the power of 2, which is 4, guys. And I'll do the same thing here, send 3 to the right side, or in other words, other side of equal symbol. And while you are doing this, we're going to change the sign of 3. And on the left, it is plus 3. Now it's going to be negative 3. So we're going to have x is 4 minus 3, which is going to be 1, guys. So we found that if x is 1 and the right side becomes 5. But what happens when we put 1 instead of x at the left part here, guys? So if you put 1 here, then we're going to have f of 1 plus 2, which is going to be f of 3, guys. So we can say that f of 3 is 5, because if you substitute 1 with x, then the inside of the parentheses becomes 3 and the result becomes 5. What we see here is, guys, if the inside of the parentheses is 3 and the whole term becomes 5. In this case, guys, the result of this question becomes 3. This is one way, and there is actually a shorter way, okay? For the shorter way, what we can think is, this is 5, guys, right? So again, we're going to benefit this rule. What we can think of is, we're going to put here a number inside the parentheses, and the result is going to be 5. So what makes the whole term 5? We can think this in this way. For example, if you, we already know the answer, but if you put 1 instead of x here, then we have 1 plus 3, which is 4, right? So logarithm in the base 2, here we're going to write 4. 4 is 2 to the power of 2, right? Plus 3. So this 2 is going to come to up front as multiplication. Then it's going to be 2 times logarithm in the base 2, we have 2 here, plus 3. Those numbers are same, so we have 1 from here, guys. 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 3, which is 5. So we get the result 5. In which case, in the case we have x as 1. In this case, actually there is not that much things to calculate, but still we can solve it in this way also. I hope you liked the video. If you have any question related to this question or anything else, you can put them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video.